Today we're going to talk about UGC, particularly UGC creators, and how to hire the right UGC creator so that they can create the right UGC ads for your brand that performs well and can get you the sales that you deserve. Now imagine this, say you're a brand or a creative strategist or even a media buyer. You've gone ahead and put in so much effort to creating a campaign and a brief, and you send this brief to a content creator that executes it really poorly. All of these efforts that you've put in, thrown away, down the drain, because your brief ended up with a creator that doesn't necessarily know how to create a good UGC ad. Now, if you've been in that situation, I know how it feels because I've been there too. Now, in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 practical steps to hiring better UGC creators, with number 1 being my favorite. Before we go into the steps, I want to give you a little bit of background as to why you should now start to think different when it comes to not only creating UGC ads, but also hiring UGC creators. UGC has become quite popular, both with brands and with content creators. The barrier to entry is so low. Anyone with a camera could start recording content and call themselves a UGC creator. Because of how saturated the space is, it's now more common than ever before to end up working with a creator that doesn't know what they're doing, which means you've wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, money, and resources to create content that's just not going to perform. And to make things even worse, because there's so many brands currently running UGC ads, your audience has become much more receptive to this type of content. It's like our audience's minds have been trained to recognize and realize that this is a UGC ad and scroll past them. So it's become a lot harder than before to grab your users' attention using UGC ads. In 2023, the creators that you hire can make or break your campaign. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Mo. I run a creative agency where we help e-com brands create high-performing ad creatives at scale. I'm talking 100, 200, 300 plus ad creatives per month that allows you to test and effectively scale your Facebook and TikTok ad account. I've also been actively involved with Incense, and I've worked with them to create a free course for UGC creators that teaches them all about how to become a good UGC creator. So in a way, me and my team, we live, breathe, survive within this space, and this is something that we're obsessed about. If you're interested to learn more about how we can help you create high-performing ads at scale for your brand, feel free to get in touch with me. Step number 5, the problem that we were trying to solve with this step was we realized that it takes a lot of effort and time and resources when it comes to hiring UGC creators. You still ran the risk of receiving UGC ads that were terrible. And the solution to this was we started to work with a small batch of creators that essentially were an extension of the brand that we were servicing. So this is how it went. Based off of our creative strategy, we would identify ideal customer avatars. Based off of these ICAs, we would hire creators, and working with these creators long-term over and over again made them better at what they do. So put that initial effort and energy into creating an extended team of content creators for your brand, and trust me, that effort will pay off down the line. Now, step number 4. This is going to sound slightly controversial. We're now only hiring creators that are active on social media. Organic content that's out there is so much more advanced than what it used to be a year ago. Organic content now has amazing hooks, an amazing body, and even the call to action is really persuasive. Your ads are competing for attention against lo-fi organic content that's highly sophisticated. The more content you create, the better you become in your content creation process. This is something that I've learned from my own YouTube channel, and this is something that I've seen working with creators that are active on social media. So when we hire creators that are active on social media and we bring our campaign, we bring our brief, we bring our ideas to them, we also get ideas from their end to make our campaign and our brief better. Step number 3, 80 to 90% of the time when I'm talking to brands, I realize a lot of brands have this ideal UGC creator that would represent their brand on social media, especially when the brand wants to hire creators based on what they think represents their brand instead of looking at the data. 99% of the time, they end up hiring creators or models or actors or actresses that just aren't relatable to their customers, which means the content or the ads that you create don't resonate with your audience, leading to poor performance. So what we started doing was we would literally look at the profiles of the people that would comment on the Facebook posts, and we would look at also like the internal data of the type of people that would purchase from them, and would go ahead and hire relatable creators. Creators that look like everyday customers. Aim to hire creators that represent 99% of your customer base. Hiring relatable, not fantasy-driven UGC creators. And that brings us to step number 2. So there's this saying, you're only as good as your team. So going back to step number 5, where we decided we would work with a selected number of creators that would become an extension of our clients' or the brand's team. Previously, we would work with creators in silos. So we would give a brief to a creator, they would be creating their content. Everyone's just working in silo. So I was like, okay, why don't we create like a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group where we can put all of our creators in one place and get them to communicate with each other. There's a lot of benefits if you can pull it off well. You'll see the creators talking to themselves about, the different ways that they create in content. They also start helping each other. Also, we've seen the creators share their own experiences, which sparks creativity. You're now creating a mastermind instead of a single mind, and that mastermind can be really creative and can also create good UGC content that speaks to your customers on a deep psychological level and gets the sales that it should. And that brings me to step number 1, and this has been a game changer. This is almost a make or break element when it comes to hiring creators, right? And implementing this step has really increased our chances of hiring good creators. And that is, instead of looking at their portfolio, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys can relate is very similar, like especially me having to go through dozens and dozens of portfolios per week, I realized most, if not all of the portfolios look similar. It's very hard to recognize a good creator from a bad creator based off just their portfolios, right? So just ask them to introduce themselves in a 5 to 10 second intro video. That intro video has helped us massively to identify creators that are not only authentic, but can actually create content that's good. Sometimes it's just the simple things that makes the most difference. And when you're going through the intro video, look at how this person speaks to the camera. How comfortable are they when they're presenting themselves? So these are 5 steps that we are taking as an agency in 2023 to hire the right creators for the brands that work with us. And hiring the right creators allows us to create the right content, which we can then turn into ads that perform on Facebook and TikTok. Now, as always, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. But yeah, that's really it for me for today. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one.